Hey Flosstube, so it's been a while since I did my last video. I think it was January, but life has been busy. I'm just having my morning coffee with you. This is my mug. So I'll give you a quick life update. Let's see. So my last video was in January. So in February, I found a job. I was working as a receptionist for a private ambulance company. I was there for 4 months. Unfortunately, the job was just not for me. The owner and I just didn't get along. And so I said, you know what, I'm just going to go and find something else. And unfortunately, I haven't found anything else. So I'm still at home, but I'm enjoying my summer at home. And I'm trying to take advantage of all the stitchy time that I have. I sort of feel like I'm going through my midlife crisis where I don't know what I want to do. So yeah. Anyway, so we moved. We also moved at the end of April. We sold my mom's house and we bought a condo. We had to do renovations before we moved in. We had to renovate the whole kitchen. We took everything apart because the kitchen was blue. And I wanted white, so we put in a new kitchen. We had a lot of wallpaper that we didn't like. I'm not a wallpaper person, so we had all the wallpaper removed. The renovations were supposed to take 2 weeks. They ended up taking 3. We got our kitchen sink just the day before we moved in. I told my contractor, am I going to have to wash my dishes in the bathtub? Because that looked like what it was going to happen, but luckily we got our kitchen sink. And then we had the move. So we moved from a 2-story house into a 1,200 square feet condo. And when a moving truck showed up and I saw all the stuff that we had, I thought, oh my God, is this going to fit in the condo? But luckily our condo has a lot of storage. It's quite spacious. So we did manage to fit everything, although I did give a lot of stuff away. I gave it to the thrift shop. So yeah, so we're moved in. So with the move and the job, sometimes I would stitch, sometimes I wouldn't. There were days where I would get home and I just didn't feel like stitching at all. I would just lie down on the couch and just, that was it. But with that, I did manage to get 3 finishes in. I'm also lucky enough that we ended up buying a 2-bedroom condo, but we also have a den, and the den is quite spacious. So I took the den over and I'm turning it into my craft room. So I realized how much stash I had when I moved in here. And it's slowly coming together. I've bought a lot of new pieces, changed a lot of storage solutions. My cross-stitch room only has basically 2 walls, a window, and then on this side is the sliding glass door. But when you put up a wall unit against one wall and then something else up against the other wall, and then you have the window, which is just a half wall, I basically think I have 2.5 walls. So what I'm planning to do is actually use the middle of the room as well for storage. And I'm trying to get that done because I want to do a new cross-stitch room update for you and show you how much stash I have. So hopefully I'll get that done. Hopefully at the end of the video I can take you over and give you a sneak peek. So with the move and everything that was going on, I did manage to get some finishes. So let's get into it. I'll show you my finishes first. So I was trying to do a rotation. But I think I'm not a rotation person. I'm not a scheduled type person. I'm a person where I find what's working for me at the moment, because it changes, but at the moment I choose what I like. I wake up and I think, what do I feel like stitching today? And I just grab that and go with that. With my finishes, what ended up happening was I took one of my works in progress that I had in a bin, and I decided to what I'm going to do is take work in progresses that are older that I've had just lying around and try and work on them more. So I took one of them and I worked on it, and it was almost done, and I was so into it that I wanted to get it done. I don't have a picture to show you because it's in my stash somewhere, and I was looking for the picture but I couldn't find it. But this is the work in progress that I had lying around in my whip box. So I pulled it out and I said, you know what, I'm going to finish it. So I just finished it last night. I've been working on it for just a couple days, so it was quick because I had most of it done. I just had to finish off a few of the fingers. So I've wanted this one for a while. And this is a Janlin pattern, and I believe it is called Pray Without Ceasing. So I can't wait to get this framed because I have a wall in my cross stitch room that I've already put all my finishes on. So I'm really glad I finished this one. Today I'm going to go into my room and pull out another one and try and work on it whenever I feel like it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up and say, what do I feel like stitching today? And if that's the one that I want to do, then that's what I'm going to do. So it worked, you know. So, and then what I usually do is I take a piece with me to work, and I usually stitch on my lunch breaks. And the job that I was at for 4 months, I took a piece with me and I stitched on my lunch break. So I took this one with me. Home is wherever I am with you. It was a quick one, and it was all one color, so it was easy to take with me. So I did finish this. There it is. So all I have to do is just find a frame for it. So I'm glad I got that one finished. And then the other one that I was working on that I'm so happy that I finished was, I believe, in my January update. And I believe I started this at the beginning of January. Actually, I think I did. I made a journal. So let me just see, because I wrote down, I'm starting to write down my projects, what I finish, what I start, so that I know what's going on. So let's see. Yeah, so this is the one that I finished is the Santa train stocking. I started it January 2nd. It's a Stony Creek pattern. It's on 28 count white even weave, and I finished it July 5th. So with everything that was going on with the move and the job, and not wanting to stitch some days at all, I am so happy that I finished this. So I'll show you what it looks like. So there we have it. Pull it back for you. So this is for my great nephew, and his name is Emmett. So I'm really, really happy with this. The only thing is I don't know how to sew. So I know my sister had some sewing skills. So I sent her a message the other day. I said, how are your sewing skills? And she said, they're okay. Why? And then I told her, and she goes, okay, well, next time you come up, because she lives a little bit far away, it takes us about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to get to her house. She said, bring it up and we'll work on it and we'll try and do it. I actually think I have some fabric that I told her I have some fabric that has little candy canes on it. So I think I might use that for the backing fabric. This was so much fun to do. I loved it. I had a ball. The only thing that I ran into was at the end, I don't know if you can see here, those little snowflakes. They're supposed to be, I don't know if you can see on here, there's supposed to be 3 of them. There's supposed to be 2 on this side, a small, a medium, and then a large on this side. So I had a hard time sewing them on, and what ended up happening with the little one that was supposed to be on this side was, because it was so tiny, the little, I don't know what you call it, the little snowflake tip broke. So I thought, well, I'm not going to order just one little snowflake. So what I ended up doing was just leaving the medium one on this side and putting the large one on this side, and I think it's going to be okay. I don't think she's going to know the difference, unless, you know, like when you make a mistake, unless you tell them the person doesn't know that that's not supposed to be there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so whips. I have quite a few whips. I got into a starting marathon last week. I got into the mood where I wanted to start, even though I had so many whips and I have so many whips in my whip box. I wanted to start a whole bunch of different things. There was one, when I finished the stocking, there was one that I knew that I wanted to do in memory of my mom and dad passing away. I had purchased the In Loving Memory from Stony Creek. So I told my husband, yeah, I'm going to do it. So he asked me when I finished the stocking, he said, are you going to do it? I said, yep. So I started it the other day. I started it last week, I think. Even though I started it, I only did a little bit on it. So when I get the mood to stitch on it again, I'll stitch on it again. But so this is what I have so far. Just the top part, this part right here. That's what I have. I'm doing this on its 14 count light blue Aida. I like working with even weave, but I still prefer Aida, just because Aida is mindless. You don't have to count. Well, you do, but like you don't. It's not as much counting as with even weave. So I started that one. This is, I don't know if I showed this one in my last video, but I've also done, I started this one, let me see, this is Wisdom of the East. I think I have it here. Yeah, so I started this one on June the 6th. It's on 16 count white Aida. And I had it here, yeah. So here it is. So this is how much I have done on Wisdom of the East. And this is a Joan Elliott pattern. I really love this pattern. Sorry, I actually started this one for the, I believe it was for the Joan Elliott Stitch Along with Cross Stitches Fun. I think you were supposed to start on June the 5th or June the 6th, and that's when I started it. So that one was for that one. The other one that I have in my whips is a, I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah, my Hate, which I started it November the 5th. So I probably showed you that in my January update, I think. So I'm doing the Mini Soaring Free by Joan Marie. Sorry, this is not a colored pattern. This is actually, when I printed it off, I just printed it off in black and white. So I started this one. I haven't done a lot on it. I think I don't even have like one page yet. Which way is this supposed to go? That way. So this is on 18 count white Aida, and I'm doing it 2/1. So not a lot of start on that one, but and then the other one that I was doing was the Joan Elliott Air Goddess. And the Air Goddess I started on January 12th. So I'll show you that one. So that's the Joan Elliott Air Goddess. I'm going to try and do all 4 of them. I did the fire one already. So now I'm doing the air, and then I have the water and the earth one to do. And the Air Goddess, I'm doing it on, oh, I didn't write the fabric down. I know I'm doing it on even weave, and it's 28 count. I didn't write down the name of the fabric, but this is a Witch Health fabric. I gotta go look for the paper because I forgot to write down the name of the fabric. So this is how much that I have done on the Joan Elliott Air Goddess. That's the middle of her dress there. And so last week, as I was saying, I was in a starting mood. So another Joan Elliott piece that I picked up is the 4 Elements of Feng Shui. It's in the Cross Stitch Crazy March 2002 issue. There's actually 4 of them. There's fire, I believe, let's see, 4 elements. I don't know what they are. Water, earth, fire, and wood. So I chose to do the water one, which is this one right here. So it's on my Q-snap, and I was working on it. And I'm doing this on a 14 count piece of Aida. And I believe this Ada was supposed to be for my Canadian Beauty. I purchased it with that one, but I put the Canadian Beauty on a different piece of fabric. So this is 14 count Native Land, I believe. So that's how much I have done there. And I think that's my major whips that I'm working on at the moment. Stash. I've kind of bought a little bit of stash here and there. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying not to buy too much stash. But every time I see something on Flosstube, I get enabled. But I'm trying to be good. I haven't been purchasing that much because when I moved, I kind of realized how much stash I had. I went through my hardcover books and I really, really downsized. I chose the books only that I was going to keep, that I would probably do something from. When you move, you realize how much you have and how much you have to put away. So a couple of patterns that I've bought that I'm going to start. I have another whip. I forgot to show you this one. Let's see, I started this one. So I bought this book. It's called Floral Medallions, and it's by Stitch X Cross Stitch Designs. I'm into coloring, and I love coloring these I call them mandalas. I don't know what you call them. But I love coloring these designs, and I had a coloring book, and I thought, oh, it would be so nice to do one of those in cross stitch. So I went on the internet, and I found this book. And so I chose to do this one right here. It's they call it Floral Medallion number 3. I think there's a bigger picture of it in here. Let me see. Yeah. So I chose to do that one. Thought it would be easy, but it's actually, I thought, okay, that's going to be easy, but it's actually, I don't know, with some patterns, if it's the numbers that people use, or I don't know, I thought it was going to be easier than what it was. Anyway, this is 14 count white Ada, and this is how much I have done on it. So, not a lot, but I thought I'd add that into my whip pile. Okay, and a couple patterns that I bought that I'm going to actually kit up today, and I'm going to work on them whenever I feel like it, but these I don't know why, I like starting things. Like I love starting new projects. Like I like kitting them up and starting them, and then once I get into them, sometimes I'm let me finish it, or I'm going to keep going. Sometimes no. But I bought this one. It's called, from the Victory collection, it's Celtic September. And when I bought this, I thought, I liked it. And then I thought, I might not stitch it. But when I got it, I said, you know what? The reason I bought September was because my anniversary is in September. And this year is going to be our 10th wedding anniversary. So I thought that this would be a good piece to do for our anniversary. So I'm thinking, yeah, I have to kit this up. So I'm going to kit this up. And I'm actually thinking what I'd like to do is maybe extend the border a little bit down here. And maybe at the bottom here, put our names again. And put the date for our 10th wedding anniversary. So yeah, so I'm going to kit this up. And then the other one that I bought was Satsuma Street. I live in Toronto, and so I went on the Satsuma Street to Etsy shop, and I bought Pretty Little Toronto. So, and I really want to do this one. Like I don't know, it looks so much fun. It looks colorful. So I'm going to go into my stash, and I'm going to try and kit this up and get this one going. So we'll get those going. So I guess that's pretty much it. Finishes, whips, update. So, let me give you a sneak peek of a cross stitch room in progress. So let me see. Let me try. Sorry, I'm going to pick you up here. I'm going to move you a bit. We'll walk over because I got to carry my laptop. And we'll open the sliding door. And we'll give you a sneak peek. So this is going to be my cross stitch wall. It's only a half wall, so I've got a couple projects on it. And as I pan over here, you'll see the best that it is. So you can see how I've been quite busy, but this is what I've been busy with. So this is one wall here, and then over there we have the other half wall with the window, and then next to it is the other wall. And this unit here was in our kitchen when we renovated it, and we were going to put it back in our kitchen, but we decided to put it into my cross-stitch room, just so that I would have storage. So it's not all organized, but it's getting there. So I will give you a better, more detailed view when it's all done and when it's nicely done. But you get to see why I haven't done a video in so long. So that's my cross-stitch room. So hopefully I'll do a video in a month. Hopefully it won't be another 6 months. But just wanted to say that I'm loving all your videos. It's unbelievable how much this community has grown. When I started making videos, the only person at that time that was making videos was Jellicles Forever. So it's great to see. I love stitching and watching your videos at the same time. I try to comment. I'm sorry if I don't comment on all your videos, but I do try and comment. And I just wanted to wish you all some happy stitching and keep those needles moving. And we'll see you in a month or 2 or so. Okay? Bye for now.